Welcome back to the Parables of Jesus. Today, we're diving into one of the shortest, but most powerful stories Jesus ever told. As crowds gathered around him, Jesus said, "The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field." A mustard seed was tiny, one of the smallest seeds people used back then. It's the kind of thing you could easily lose, something that looks weak and unimportant. But then Jesus delivers the punchline. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it becomes the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. See, the people listening expected God's kingdom to arrive with a bang. With political power and military might, they were looking for something huge and undeniable. But Jesus flips that expectation. He says God's kingdom starts small. When Jesus told this story, he didn't look like a king. He had no army and no palace. He was just a traveling teacher with a small group of ordinary followers. From the outside, it didn't look like a world-changing movement. The kingdom of God doesn't begin with outward power. It begins quietly, in human heart, through simple acts of faith and obedience. This parable teaches us that what God starts may seem insignificant at first, but he is not limited by our expectations. Growth in his kingdom is often slow and underestimated until one day, it becomes undeniable. Think about the beautiful words in Zechariah, chapter 4, verse 10. "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." God values beginnings. A quiet prayer, a single act of kindness, or a private decision to follow Jesus. These might feel small, but in God's hands, they hold enormous potential. Jesus also mentions that birds come to rest in the branches. It shows that God's kingdom, once it's grown, becomes a place of shelter, rest, and blessing for everyone, not just the one who planted the seed. When God grows something in your life, it's meant to bless others too. This story is a direct challenge to our culture of instant results. We want everything now: quick success, fast growth, visible impact. But the kingdom of God doesn't work on our timeline. Growth takes time. Roots have to form deep in the ground before any fruit can appear. Our responsibility isn't to force the growth. Our responsibility is faithfulness. A mustard seed doesn't strain to become a tree. It simply responds to being planted. Our job is to stay rooted in God, and he will bring the growth. Remember when Jesus told his disciples, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you"? That's not about how strong your faith is. It's about how great the God you're trusting is. Don't wait for it to feel significant. Start small and stay faithful. God has a way of turning simple beginnings into something far greater than we ever expect. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe for more from our Parable series. We'll see you next time.